There's new information out there, and if you're a true Lakers fan, you need to pay attention to it. A simple hug in the middle of the crowd could have changed the entire direction of the team next season. This is no ordinary rumor. This could be the start of a huge change that no one expected in this game of basketball. We all know that even the simplest conversation behind the scenes could be a big decision that changes the future of a team. That's why when you see a new photo, a new smile, or an unexpected encounter, you should pay attention to it. Because sometimes that's where the biggest news starts. Right now, the name that keeps coming up is Jonathan Kuminga. He's been talked about for months as a possible new addition to the team. But in recent days, another name has suddenly entered the picture. And it all started with an unexpected scene at the Las Vegas Summer League. There, a player from another team was seen happily chatting with the Lakers' general manager. It wasn't just a conversation. There was even a hug. And when the photo was posted on social media, it immediately went viral. Why would the two of them be chatting so happily if there was no intention of trading? That's the question that's been on the minds of many fans, of course. Just because they talked doesn't mean there's a deal. People have connections in the basketball world that we don't know about. Maybe they knew each other from school or a previous job. But no matter how simple the explanation, people can't help but think of the possibility. And what makes this deal even more interesting is the current state of this player's contract. He's a restricted free agent, meaning he can be offered by another team, but his current team has the right to respond and keep him. So if the Lakers really want to sign him, it won't be easy. There is another way, however. It's called a sign-in trade. As the talk of a potential new addition grows, new news is also emerging. The team's new foreign star is reportedly happy with the direction of change this offseason. But at the same time, there's a major obstacle that could prevent the team from landing its first target. It's clear that the team is in a different phase of rebuilding. The old leader is no longer at the helm, and now the entire plan is centered around its new star. According to reports, the new star is happy with the changes made by management. People close to him have said that he's excited about the new teammates. Admittedly, management hasn't stopped. Former players have returned, new players have been acquired in trades, and other players have been added to strengthen the lineup. But even with all this work, the team is still not done. There are 2 more spots on the roster, and these spots could determine how strong the team really is this coming season. This is where the Kuminga issue comes in again. There are reports that the team is willing to offer a deal worth around $20 million over 2 years. The problem, according to other news, is that Kuminga doesn't want to accept that amount. He reportedly wants more via a sign-in trade that would give him a higher salary. The situation became even more complicated because another team had also entered the conversation. They were also interested in Kuminga and were even willing to help with a sign-in trade. But there was a hitch. That team wanted a bigger compensation than the Lakers were willing to give. They would have to give up valuable draft picks and accept a big contract. The question arises, is Kuminga really worth this price? Many believe not, especially when looking at the other options that are still available. One of these is the player from the Summer League that was discussed earlier. Another is a forward who used to play with the team's new star when they were in another league. But in this forward's case, his remaining contract is large, around $88 million over 4 years. So he is considered a heavier burden for the team. Because of this, there's a growing belief that if the team pushes too hard to sign Kuminga, they may miss out on other, better opportunities. As the offseason drags on and options gradually run out, management strategy may change. If you thought it was over, you'd be wrong. Another proposal has emerged that could change the future of the entire team. It involves the son of the team's former leader, and a young player whom many believe would be the perfect addition alongside the new star. That if you recall, the departure of the former leader opened a new chapter for the team. And it's only natural that people would ask about his son's future with the team. Although his contract is still guaranteed for next season, he is still not a regular part of the first lineup. His playing time did increase last season, but it is still divided between the major leagues and other lower leagues. As a result, an interesting trade proposal emerged. Under the deal, the Lakers would send the former leader's son, along with another young player and a first-round draft pick in 2032, to a team in Oklahoma. In exchange, the the Lakers would acquire a young defensive player from that team. Whether this trade actually goes through will depend on whether the other team is willing to give up a player with great potential. But for many, there's a clear reason why he's getting attention. This player is only 22 years old. Despite his youth, he's already experienced playing for one of the best teams in the league, and he's shown the kind of high-quality defense that's so sought after in the league. Compared to the current level of the former leader's son and the young player he is including in the proposed trade, this new player will immediately bring a bigger boost to the lineup. On the other hand, the other team will get two young players with potential, along with a valuable draft pick. For the young player who was previously included in a trade proposal, this isn't the first time he's been talked about being traded to another team. He showed great promise early in his career, but his playing time has gradually declined over the past season. Perhaps he needs a fresh start, a fresh chance to prove himself once again. And for the son of the former leader, a move could give him the opportunity to truly grow and develop, far from the enormous expectations that his father's name carries. Now that his father is also leaving the team, a fresh start on separate paths may be best for the two. If all of this happens, the young defensive player will bring youth, energy, and additional depth to the team. This is exactly what the decisions often look like when a team enters a new phase of rebuilding. It's clear that the goal is to build a younger and more balanced team, capable of competing for a championship as soon as possible. If this story touched your heart, share it. Maybe you have a friend who is also a huge fan and wants to know the latest news. Now, the question is yours. Would you gamble on the players spotted in Las Vegas? Do you still believe Kuminga is worth the asking price? And would you agree to a trade that includes the son of the former leader and the young defensive player? Share your opinion in the comments. I'll read every one. And if you like this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because every day I'll bring you new news, stories, and details that are rarely mentioned in mainstream news.